Episode 33. Freedom Dizziness. When the life you built no longer fits. Have you ever been folding laundry, replying to a message, smiling through a meeting, and then suddenly something shifts? Not loudly. A drop in the stomach, a tug in the chest, a quiet, unnameable tremor. Is this all there is? The world hasn't changed, but something inside has begun to blur. Not from panic, from awareness. This isn't a crisis. It's a calling. There is a kind of anxiety that hums beneath the surface. It doesn't shake you awake. It stirs softly in moments that appear ordinary. The philosopher Søren Kierkegaard referred to it as the dizziness of freedom. It's not a flaw, not a malfunction. It's the soul noticing that you are free. Free to choose. Free to change. Free to admit that something no longer fits. Free to remember life is finite and meaning is not given. It is made. Unlike clinical anxiety, which seeks soothing, existential anxiety seeks witness. It doesn't want to be solved. It wants to be honored. Because this trembling is not about losing control. It's about letting go of the shape you've outgrown. It's a soft shift that begins with questions. What matters now? What can I no longer pretend fits me? Who am I without the scripts I've worn too well? These aren't signs that you're lost. They're proof you're becoming. So let a few questions rise with you now. When was the last time I felt that subtle shaking inside? What part of my life feels scripted, not chosen? What does it feel like in my chest when I realize I've outgrown something without knowing what comes next? If I stopped managing impressions, what would I do differently? What scares me most about freedom, and what draws me toward it? You don't need to calm the dizziness. You only need to stay with it, young enough to hear what it's asking. Because sometimes what feels like fear is freedom knocking softly beneath the shape of the life you've started to outgrow. This isn't a moment to manage, it's a moment to meet. What feels like a tremor might just be the truth, returning to its place in you. So sit here a little longer, with the questions, with the shift, with yourself. And if something in you stirred, let it. Or share this with someone else whose inner map is quietly unraveling. Sometimes the path to deeper freedom begins exactly here. You don't need the map to fit yet, only the permission to no longer pretend it still fits. Until next time, stay open to what's quietly becoming.